Hey guys, it's Chelsea. I have a new video today. As you can tell, I'm behind the camera. I've been wanting to do a bookshelf tour for a while, and I thought, why not do it now? I'm at the end of my semester, so that means I have a lot of stuff to do and a lot of stuff to procrastinate doing. So I thought, why not film a video now to procrastinate? So I want to give you guys a little bit of an overview of what my bookshelf looks like. So here is what it looks like in full. There's Benjamin down there at the bottom. Up here is the full bookshelf. I'll do a little bit of an overview of each shelf. So here's the very top. I have a little figurine here of a unicorn, and then over here I have some books. I just rearranged this top shelf. These are all of my recently bought books with a couple of jars of shells and a candle up top. And then over on this side I have another candle, a larger shell right here, and a fairy and unicorn right there, and another jar of shells. So here's my second shelf. This contains most of my middle grade and children's books. Over here I have my Harry Potter stuff. I have my Luna wand, a chocolate frog box, oops, and I have Godric Gryffindor, a cup from the Wizarding World of Harry Potter with some rocks and stuff in it. Over here I have a little souvenir from one of my family vacations. It's a little, come on, focus. It's a little cube with a paw print in it. Over on this side I have my little owl lantern on top of a box of matches for my candles. And then up here I have a little hippo. This is the next shelf. Right here I have my little chest of bookmarks. I don't have a specific way of organizing this shelf, but it's a lot of, this section here is a lot of fairy tale retellings. Like I have Alice here and the Lunar Chronicles there. Over here I just have some like paranormal and another fairy tale thing with the Grimms there. Then over here I have some more fantasy-ish books. This here is a stein that my mom got for my grandfather that passed away many years ago. He was a very special person to me, so I keep that up here. And then I have a rock here. I don't know why I have so many rocks. I'm not really a rock person, but it looks kind of cool. Alright, this is the next shelf. I don't have a ton of different things here. I do have my little teeny tiny Psyduck in there. He's a little teeny tiny thing. I think he's adorable. Come on. So I put him in that little cubby there. So I have my Mortal Instruments here, some other books over here, and then down at the bottom I have a little Mockingjay pin. And then those are all of the books on my main shelf. Benjamin, stop! He likes to chew on stuff. And I have a little stack of some children's books and some Bibles there. Then I do have another little teeny tiny shelf over on this side, directly across from my main bookshelf. Alright, now I will get into the main part of the video where I show you all of the books. Storm Siren by Mary Weber, The Kiss of Deception by Mary E. Pearson, Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard, A Game of Thrones by George R.R. Martin, Clash of Kings by George R.R. Martin, A Storm of Swords by George R.R. Martin, A Feast for Crows by George R.R. Martin. A Dance with Dragons by George R.R. Martin. All the Light We Cannot See by Anthony Doerr. Gates of Thread and Stone by Lori M. Lee. And then just a TARDIS journal. The Harry Potter series by J.K. Rowling. Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, and Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. The Bad Beginning by Lemony Snicket, The Reptile Room by Lemony Snicket, The Wide Window by Lemony Snicket, The Miserable Mill by Lemony Snicket, The Lightning Thief by Rick Riordan, Sea of Monsters by Rick Riordan, The Titan's Curse by Rick Riordan, The Battle of the Labyrinth by Rick Riordan, and The Last Olympian by Rick Riordan. Fablehaven by Brandon Mull, Rise of the Evening Star by Brandon Mull, Grip of the Shadow Plague by Brandon Mull, Secrets of the Dragon Sanctuary by Brandon Mull, Keys to the Demon Prison by Brandon Mull. Next I have the Chronicles of Narnia in the order that C.S. Lewis intended them to be published. The Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe, Prince Caspian by C.S. Lewis, The Voyage of the Dawn Treader by C.S. Lewis, The Silver Chair by C.S. Lewis, The Horse and His Boy by C.S. Lewis, The Magician's Nephew by C.S. Lewis, and The Last Battle by C.S. Lewis. Too Soon to Say Goodbye by Deborah Kent, The Screwtape Letters by C.S. Lewis, Miracles by C.S. Lewis, The Great Divorce by C.S. Lewis, To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee, Storm of Visions by Christina Dodd. Next I have the Unicorns of Balinor series by Mary Stanton. First, The Road to Balinor, Sunchaser's Quest, Valley of Fear, By Fire by Moonlight, Search for the Star, Secrets of the Scepter, Night of the Shifter's Moon, and Shadows over Balinor. Into the Land of the Unicorns by Bruce Coville. P.S. Longer Letter Later by Paula Danziger and Anne M. Martin. Searching for David's Heart by Cherie Bennett. The Unicorn Treasury, Stories, Poems, and Unicorn Lore. Compiled and edited by Bruce Coville and illustrated by Tim Hildebrandt. The Dark Hills Divide by Patrick Carman. Beyond the Valley of Thorns by Patrick Carman. And The 10th City by Patrick Carman. Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children by Ransom Riggs. Song Quest by Catherine Roberts. Dark Quetzal, don't quote me on that, by Catherine Roberts. And The Crystal Mask by Catherine Roberts. Inkheart by Cornelia Funk. Ink Spell by Cornelia Funk. And Ink Death by Cornelia Funk. Dragon Rider by Cornelia Funk. The Misled Magician, or 10 Years After, by Patricia C. Red and Caroline Stevermer. Aragon by Christopher Paolini. Eldest by Christopher Paolini. Brissinger by Christopher Paolini. The Mistborn Trilogy by Brandon Sanderson. Book 1, The Final Empire. Book 2, The Well of Ascension. And Book 3, The Hero of Ages. Beautiful Creatures by Cami Garcia and Margaret Stoll. Beautiful Darkness by Cami Garcia and Margaret Stoll. Beautiful Chaos by Cami Garcia and Margaret Stoll. And Beautiful Redemption by Cami Garcia and Margaret Stoll. The Grimm's Complete Fairy Tales. This isn't a book, but it's on my bookshelf. This is American McGee's Alice. The Looking Glass Wars by Frank Bedor. Seeing Red by Frank Bedor. Arch Enemy by Frank Bedor. The first book in the Lunar Chronicles, Cinder by Marissa Meyer. Scarlet by Marissa Meyer. Cress by Marissa Meyer. Fairest by Marissa Meyer. This Present Darkness and Piercing the Darkness by Frank E. Peretti. The Oath by Frank Peretti. House by Frank Peretti and Ted Decker. The Visitation by Frank Peretti. The 13th Tale by Diane Setterfield. The Girl Who Heard Dragons by Anne McCaffrey. City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. City of Ashes by Cassandra Clare. City of Glass by Cassandra Clare. City of Fallen Angels by Cassandra Clare. City of Lost Souls by Cassandra Clare. City of Heavenly Fire by Cassandra Clare. Shadowhunters and Downworlders, edited by Cassandra Clare. The Shadowhunters Codex by Cassandra Clare and Josh Lewis. Clockwork Angel by Cassandra Clare. Clockwork Prince by Cassandra Clare. Clockwork Princess by Cassandra Clare. The Bane Chronicles by Cassandra Clare, Sarah Reese Brennan, and Maureen Johnson. The Trill series by Amanda Hawking. Book 1, Switched. Book 2, Torn. Book 3, Ascend. The Giver by Lois Lowry. Unite Me by Tahara Mafi. Shatter Me by Tahara Mafi. Unravel Me by Tahara Mafi. Unite Me by Tahara Mafi. The Watchers by John Steele. Graceling by Kristen Cashore. Fire by Kristen Cashore. Bitter Blue by Kristen Cashore. Divergent by Veronica Roth. Insurgent by Veronica Roth. Allegiant by Veronica Roth. 4 by Veronica Roth. The Hunger Games Trilogy by Suzanne Collins. Book 1, The Hunger Games. Book 2, Catching Fire. Book 3, Mockingjay. Hush Hush by Becca Fitzpatrick. Crescendo by Becca Fitzpatrick. Silence by Becca Fitzpatrick. Finale by Becca Fitzpatrick. Fallen by Lauren Kate. Torment by Lauren Kate. Passion by Lauren Kate. Rapture by Lauren Kate. Murder 2, the second casebook of forensic detection by, I'm gonna guess, Colin Evans. That's what my cat does to my books. A Child Called It and the Lost Boy by Dave Pelzer. Twilight by Stephanie Meyer. New Moon by Stephanie Meyer. Eclipse by Stephanie Meyer. The Short Second Life of Bree Tanner by Stephanie Meyer. Breaking Dawn by Stephanie Meyer. The Host by Stephanie Meyer. The Complete Illustrated Movie Companion for Twilight by Mark Codavaz, and the same for the New Moon movie. The Unbecoming of Mara Dyer by Michelle Hodkin. The Evolution of Mara Dyer by Michelle Hodkin. Works of Being a Wallflower by Stephen Chbosky. Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn. The Book Thief by Marcus Zuzak. Warm Bodies by Isaac Marion. The Second Summer of the Sisterhood by Anne Brashears. Girls in Pants, The Third Summer of the Sisterhood by Anne Brashear. If I Stay by Gail Foreman. Looking for Alaska by John Green. The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. Seabiscuit by Laura Hildebrand. A Little Something Different by Sandy Hall. Alright, now I'm at my little shelf on the other side. Redeeming Love by Francine Rivers. Tribulation Forge, Book 2 from the Left Behind series by Tim LaHaye and Jerry Soul Harvest. Book 4 from the Left Behind series by Tim LaHaye and Jerry B. Jenkins. I'm not quite sure how to say this title, but I think it's Apollyon, and it is Book 5 from the Left Behind series by Tim LaHaye and Jerry B. Jenkins. Here I have the kids' version of those Left Behind books by the same author. Book 1, The Vanishings. Book 2, Second Chance. Book 3, Through the Flames. Book 4, Facing the Future. Book 5, Nikolai High. And Book 6, The Underground. Marked by PC and Kristen Cast. Betrayed by PC and Kristen Cast. Chosen by PC and Kristen Cast. Untamed by PC and Kristen Cast. Hunted by PC and Kristen Cast. Tempted by PC and Kristen Cast. Burned by PC and Kristen Cast. Awakened by PC and Kristen Cast. Destined by PC and Kristen Cast. Hidden by PC and Kristen Cast. Lenobia's Vow by PC and Kristen Cast. Where Angels Walk by Joan Wester Anderson. The first book in the Not Focused Chronicles